I'm going to talk about remembering and prioritizing God. It's so difficult at times to handle situations in our life, but how are you going to look at it? How are you going to come back on track? That's what we're going to look at today. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 7 onwards. This is a beautiful promise that we can claim. Israelites, they were out of Egypt and they traveled in the wilderness for 40 years, and all those struggles, protection, providence, direction of God, now they've come into a place and Moses is preparing this people saying, this is what you're going to get. And it is something amazing, right? A land flows with milk and honey. And what? It's not only that the land is going to bless you. Every resources God is promising. When we look at it, for the Old Testament or for Israelites, the promised land was everything. But for the new covenant believers is the promised life. The promises of God, the promised life. Like the Israelites were there trying to or getting into possess what God has promised, we also have stories of coming out of slavery, coming out of our lives. That is our salvation, the gift of salvation. And the journey, we have many testimonies of how God provided for us, how God took care of us. And now we are back and looking at all those big challenges in front of us. This is a wonderful promise, by the way, but they have to go in and possess. They have to go in and displace those people they have to conquer it. It is only the word has come. And now in our lives at this time, we also received so many promises. But at times we pause, after the vacation, we come back, we refreshed, had a fantastic time. When you go back to your office, your business place, or our daily thing in life, it looks like a big mountain, but at the same time we know that there is a wonderful plans of God, the promises of God. But how are we going to get? How are we going to step into that plans? There is certain things God is going to say here. After this amazing promise that is given to Israelites, verse 10, Moses is telling, when you have eaten and are full, then you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land which he has given you. Beware, be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God by not keeping his commandments, his judgments, and his statutes, which I command you today. With that amazing promises given, and along with that, there is a warning. What is that? Beware. Be careful that you don't forget your Lord.